There are so many different digital products that you can create, but what's the point of wasting your time if they're not gonna make you money? Also, excuse my dog. Now, there are a couple tools that I use to determine what products are selling on Etsy, and even beyond that, what colors and topics and themes you should use in these products to make sure that they sell. First up is Insight Factory. This is a tool that you can use to research keywords and phrases that are commonly searched in Etsy. Next up is Everbee. Now, this is a Chrome extension that you can use directly in Etsy. And one of the reasons I use this platform is because it has this fancy algorithm tool that shows you the average sales a product has made in the last month, which is how I can determine if it's making people $100 a day or more. So this is a great tool if you decide on a product after doing some keyword research in Insight Factory. You can then go on to Etsy and use your Everbee Chrome extension tool to see if it's actually making a solid amount of money to help determine if you should create and sell it. Now, last up is Canva Pro. This tool is more for the creation side. A lot of the digital products I'm going to talk to you about today, and a lot of other digital products out there, can be created in Canva. They do have a free version that you can use, but Canva Pro has so many different elements and different effects that you can use that are really helpful in creating digital products. So I recommend upgrading. It was probably one of the first things I ever upgraded in my business, and it was totally worth it. I started my subscription quite a few years ago and still am paying for it every single month. It's like $12.95 and is definitely a worthwhile investment in my business. Now that I totally have you up to date on some of the tools you might want to use, let's dive into talking about the digital products I'm recommending today. The first digital product is something I recommend a lot, and it's probably because it was the first digital product I ever created and actually sold, and that is Art Printables. For those of you that are unfamiliar with Art Printables, this is a digital piece of art that somebody purchases and prints themselves. Now, I just did a video all about how to create an art printable from start to finish, and I have a lot of resources on that topic. I'll have it all linked below for you. This is just the way of the world nowadays. People are leaning more into doing things themselves and purchasing things online. So instead of somebody going to a store and buying this beautiful art print or a canvas art or something like that, a lot of people are going to places like Etsy, finding digital art that they can then just print themselves in the exact size they want, so it fits the frame that they found at IKEA or Dollar Tree or whatever. It's just such an affordable way to decorate your home without having to spend loads of money on art. And as far as the seller and creator is concerned, I know a lot of people shy away from art printables because they think they need to be an artist, a graphic designer, something like that, but you really don't. I don't have that expertise, but playing around with Procreate and Canva, I was still able to create art, and I'm telling you the honest truth, I have horrible handwriting. I cannot draw. I'm not artistic in that way, but I found a way to get around that. So definitely check out the video I did all about creating art printables if you want to figure out how I did it, even though I'm not an artist in that way. Another digital product you can create is calendars. Now, I know a lot of people talk about this, but I think this is a really great place to start for somebody who is just starting out with digital products, because this opens the door to so many other cool things that you can create. You can do, planner inserts, you can do calendars that people can hang on their refrigerator or wall, something that they can pin to a bulletin board in their office, or even something that can lay flat on their desk. And then there's so much variation you can create. You can do weekly calendars, daily calendars, monthly calendars. You can do calendars with holidays on them. You can do blank calendars that people fill in themselves. There's just such an unlimited amount of different calendars specifically that you can create. And there's a lot of other products that you can create as well that really fit with calendars, so you're not as limited to, whereas like with art printables, you don't want to sell art printables and mugs or art printables and printed t-shirts. You just need to sell art printables and stay in that niche. But with calendars, it's kind of more digital organizations. You can have calendars and other planner inserts and a few other things that I'm actually going to talk about in this video, but in general, you're just not as limited. So you can really expand your shop to reach out to those people who are trying to get organized and plan versus just people who are wanting calendars. Next up on my list is digital invitations. I personally think this is a huge one. In 2017, I got married and I was really trying to be affordable with this. I didn't have a lot of money to spend on some lavish wedding. I got this adorable wedding dress for $100, totally unrelated to this video. But the point is, I was trying to save money. One of the things I did to save money was design my own invitations and print them myself. Luckily for me, I had a little bit of experience at the time, time with Canva and other things. So I designed them myself, printed them myself with literally computer paper, and it was fine. I am a simple person. I don't really care. And I just went a really easy, simple route. But if somebody were to purchase a digital invitation from Etsy, they could do a couple things. They could print it themselves on really nice, heavy cardstock, or they could take it to a local print shop and have it printed on nice paper. But either way, DIY invitations are so in nowadays. Everybody's trying to save money where they can, especially with something big like a wedding event. But you could also create invitations for birthdays, graduations, and so on. You can really do this a couple different ways. You can have really basic invitations, like say a birthday invitation for a kid, where somebody prints it off and they fill the information out by hand. We see this all the time in party stores where you just buy that big pack of invitations and you fill them out when you get home. But you could also sell these invitations as Canva templates, where somebody purchases the template, which is more of a link versus a file. And when they open this template up in Canva, they can fill out their information and then still be able to print it on their own. And just a bonus tip, if you're going to do the template route and to really help your customers out, make sure to create some tutorial videos for your customers on exactly how to customize these invitations, how to download them, and then of course how to print them as well. So something a little similar to this, another digital product that you can create is digital cards. When looking at Everbee, people are definitely making $100 a day or more with digital cards. These cards can be cutesy on the front and blank in the inside, so they can be for anything, or you can create happy birthday cards, get well soon cards, thank you cards, you name it. You guys know what cards are. You could just go to your local Walmart or Target or general department store and just write down all of the different topics, get inspiration from those too. But just like invitations, you can do this a couple different ways. The blank card route, like we were just talking about, or you could also do a template for this as well, where somebody could really personalize this and fill it out themselves. And then you again just want to make sure you're giving them a lot of detailed instructions for those who may not have a lot of experience in Canva or printing things on their own. My rule of thumb with customer service is assume somebody knows nothing. You as the creator know a lot, so sometimes we get stuck in our head and we think everybody should know this. We just make those assumptions, but a lot of people have never used Canva before. A lot of people have never dealt with PDFs or PNGs or JPEGs, so you really have to give people a lot of detail. It's better to give them too much information than not enough. And that is how you become a star seller on Etsy, is by giving exceptional customer service. Now, something else that you can create, and I highly recommend this, especially to those who are doing like planner inserts and calendars, and that is stickers. Yes, digital stickers. I didn't even know that was a thing until I got in this digital product world, but people actually sell and buy digital stickers. The cool thing is, a lot of people assume if you purchase a digital sticker, you're only gonna be able to work with that if you have something like a Cricut. But that's actually not the case. All you really need is a printer and sticker label paper. You can purchase stickers, print them on a regular printer, and as long as you're using label paper, it's just like a sticker. You can just cut around it and you have adorable planner stickers or any other kind of sticker that you want. So if you ended up going the calendar or planner insert route, you could also sell digital planner stickers, and those make so much sense together and it could really open the door to expanding your shop. For every planner you release, you could also release a pack of stickers that can go along with it. It also creates the opportunity to do bundles. And in my experience, digital products are usually fairly cheap, and you know, they're the digital version. You're not buying a physical product, so normally they're being sold a little cheaper. So using mine as an example, I had art printables for sale around $6, and then I also would have these bundles that people could use for like a gallery wall, and I was able to sell those for like $20 to $25 a piece because it included, say, 6 art prints. And it was just a quicker way to make a bigger chunk of cash versus selling tons of individual art prints. I could just sell a couple of these a month and that's 40 bucks, right? So when you're planning your digital product business or shop, definitely keep in mind, what can I bundle together? What can I do to make my listing even bigger so I can put a higher price tag on it? Okay, so in summary, sign up for Insight Factory and Everbee so that you can do extensive research to make sure a product is worth your time and effort. Also sign up for Canva Pro to help with creation. Pick one of the digital products I mentioned today, or check out this playlist full of videos talking about other digital products that you could create. And lastly, just get started. Getting started is the hardest part. Let me know in the comments what digital product you're most interested in creating, and keep your head in the clouds.